A few weeks ago, it was revealed that microtransactions were returning to Star Wars Battlefront 2, which surprised just about no one. Electronic Arts had tried saying maybe we'll bring it back, maybe not, but we all knew there was no way microtransactions would not return. But for the last few months, a lot of us have been wondering how Electronic Arts would bring them back into the game, following what was the loot box controversy that occurred in late 2017 at the game's launch. The other day, we finally got official details on the massive changes coming. In a blog post, it was stated, "Since releasing, we've been hard at work making changes based on your feedback to create a better game for all our players. Today, we're happy to announce that the Star Wars Battlefront 2 progression update, which includes a complete redesign of the in-game progression system, will begin rolling out on March 21st. There are also some additional changes coming to the cosmetics in the game, but we'll get to that in a bit. With this update, progression is now linear. Star cards or any other item impacting gameplay will only be earned through gameplay and will not be available for purchase. Instead, you'll earn experience points for the classes, hero characters, and ships that you choose to play in multiplayer. If you earn enough experience points to gain a level for that unit, you'll receive one skill point that can be used to unlock or upgrade the eligible star card you'd like to equip. You'll keep everything you've already earned and unlocked. You will keep all the star cards, heroes, weapons, or anything else you have already earned. What you have earned will still be available to use with this update, regardless of how much or little progress you have already made. Crates no longer include star cards and cannot be purchased. Crates are earned by logging in daily, completing milestones, and through timed challenges. Instead of these crates, you'll find credits or cosmetic items such as emotes or victory poses, but nothing that impacts gameplay. Starting in April, you'll be able to get appearances directly through in-game credits or crystals. The first new appearances are coming soon, meaning you'll be able to grab new looks for your heroes and troopers directly by using either credits or crystals. If you've ever dreamed of being a part of the Resistance as a Rodion, your chance is right around the corner. Many websites and other creators are applauding Electronic Arts for doing something that they should have done from the start. It's important to understand they chose to make the game pay to win, but they just never expected the amount of backlash they would receive for that decision. But you know what? Electronic Arts does deserve a round of applause for finally doing the right thing. But with this announcement of cosmetic microtransactions, it exposes just how bad of liars and hypocrites they really are, at least the executives. Essentially, EA delivered a "Gotcha, bitch!" Because back at the end of November of 2017, Electronic Arts CFO Blake Jorgensen had this to say regarding why they didn't just go cosmetic, saying, "The one thing we're very focused on, and they are extremely focused on, is not violating the canon of Star Wars. It's an amazing brand that's been built over many, many years. And so if you did a bunch of cosmetic things, you might start to violate the canon, right? Darth Vader in white probably doesn't make sense versus in black, not to mention you probably don't want Darth Vader in pink. No offense to pink, but I don't think that's right in the canon. So there might be things that we can do cosmetically, and we're working with Lucasfilm on that, but coming into it, it wasn't as easy as if we were building a game around our own IP where it didn't really matter. It matters in Star Wars because Star Wars fans want realism, but Star Wars fans may also want to tailor things, a different colored lightsaber, things like that. So you might see some of that. Essentially, EA used extreme examples which have now been modded into the game, just a nice FU to EA. They blame Disney and blame Star Wars canon for why they didn't just go cosmetic and just decided to get slimy with pay-to-win microtransactions. Either way, this seems to be the end of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 loot box controversy for now. There still are US states like Hawaii looking into regulation. The ESRB was forced to take action even though it really was no action. But what this whole mess should show is that gamers are fighting back and tired of being taken advantage of. Also, let me put this small graphic on the screen. But EA and many other publishers have found that the line of being okay with most players is with cosmetic loot boxes, but I fear soon in the future more publishers will experiment in ways to move that line and make pay-to-win mechanics okay with players. Right now, Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the whole loot box mess is the prime example of what not to do, but I just don't have faith that this won't happen again, and next time who knows if the gaming community will come together to fight back. It's just sad that we've reached a point where it's like a grand announcement when a publisher announces no loot boxes or shady microtransactions for whatever game. What I fear most is that the loot box scheme will become normalized and most casual players will slowly become okay with this, leading to more publishers trying to push that line forward, and eventually we'll get to a point where playing a game solely depends on how much cash you're willing to spend. Electronic Arts has recovered completely following this, with their stock actually higher than before, and while I keep hearing this was a learning experience from their executives, I don't see anything changing in the future. This is their business model, and what they rely on for their insane profits. They'll be a little bit more careful for the next year or two, but will there be a round two? Maybe, just maybe. As soon as one big publisher finds a way in which casual players are okay with pay-to-win elements, they will all follow suit, in the same way every game features a goddamn slot machine now in modern AAA gaming. On the plus side, the only way EA truly learns their lesson is if Disney pulls the Star Wars license from them. There have been rumors that Disney is exploring other options. While I don't necessarily care for the other options, as it's Ubisoft and Activision, it would show that Disney wants the Star Wars IP treated with some respect, and I think most of us can agree EA has not delivered on that. Maybe we can get more than the mediocre microtransaction multiplayer-driven and single-player neglected Star Wars games we're dealing with right at this moment. Although again, Activision may not be a better option, but Ubisoft, I think there's at least some hope with them. But anyway guys, what do you make of the changes coming to Battlefront 2? Are you willing to give the game a second chance, or is it too little too late? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you for watching, make sure to smack that like button if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value, and I'll see you later.